Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Easy English, the podcast, and welcome to day 11 of your 21 days English Fluency Shadowing Challenge. I am Zan. Today's topic is improve listening skills with shadowing. Now, today's video is little different from all our previous days. So listen carefully because I want you to understand this pattern fully. Today, we are not starting with simple sentences. Today, we are starting with a real story, a motivational story. I want you to just listen to this story first. Don't repeat anything yet. Focus on the meaning, focus on the flow, focus on how the words connect together, naturally like real speech. This is real listening practice, not word by word, but full understanding, like a native listener. After the story finishes, we will go back into it and we will take out the most powerful lines from that story, the most motivational lines, the lines that really hit you. And then we will shadow those lines together. Every line will come twice like always. First time just listen, second time repeat with me out loud. But this time it is different. Because you already know the story behind these lines. You already know the emotion behind them. So when you repeat them, you won't just be repeating words. You will be repeating meaning. And that is how real listening and speaking connect together. And I promise you this, by the end of today, your ears will feel sharper, your understanding will feel faster, and your speaking will feel more connected to real natural English. Yesterday on day 10, we learned 70 new English words through shadowing. If you missed it, go back and start from day 1 first. The link are in the description. And if you've been with me since day 1 all the way to day 11 days, I am truly, genuinely proud of you. Now, take a deep breath, relax your mind, and let's begin with today's story. There was a boy named Jack. Jack was different from other students in his class. He could read English news and understand every word. He could watch English movies without subtitles and understand the story. He could even write long messages in English to his friends online. But there was one thing Jack couldn't never do. He could never speak. Yes, never speak. Not because he didn't know English. He knew it very well. But every time he tried to speak, something inside him would freeze. His thoughts were clear in his head, full sentences, correct words, all ready. But somewhere between his mind and his mouth, everything would get stuck. And only silence would come out. At home, Jack would talk to himself in English in front of the mirror. Confident, clear, smooth. But the moment a real person stood in front of him, that same confident voice would disappear. He would think, what if I say something wrong? What if my accent sounds strange? What if people laugh at me? So he stayed quiet. Again and again, year after year. People started to think Jack didn't know English at all. Some even said he probably just knows English to read. He probably just knows how to read, not speak. That hurt him a lot because inside Jack knew the truth. He understood everything. He just couldn't let it out. It felt like his voice was locked behind a door and he had lost the key. One day, a new teacher named Sarah joined his college. She taught English speaking. On her very first day, she asked every student to introduce themselves in English. One by one, students stood up, said a few lines, and sat down. Then it was Jack's turn. He stood up. His heart was beating so fast. He opened his mouth, but nothing comes out. Seconds passed. Silence. More silence. A few even smiled at each other. Jack's face turned red. He quietly said, "Sorry, ma'am, I don't think I can. I am not good at this," and sat down. His voice was shaking, but Sarah didn't move on quietly, like other teachers usually did. She looked at him for a moment, and she said something Jack never expected. She said, "Jack, can you stay back for 5 minutes after class?" Jack's heart sank. He thought he was in trouble. After class, he stood in front of her, looking down at the floor. Sarah asked him gently, "Jack, tell me honestly, do you understand English?" Jack said quietly, "Yes, ma'am, I understand everything. I read, I write, I even think in English sometimes." Sarah asked, "Then why couldn't you say even one sentence in class?" Jack's eyes became wet. He said, "Ma'am, I know the words, but when I try to speak, I feel like everyone is judging me. I am scared of making a mistake in front of people, so I just stay quiet." Sarah was silent for a moment. Then she said something that changed everything for Jack. She said, "Jack, listen to me carefully. You don't have a speaking problem. You have a fear problem. Yes, you have a fear problem. Your English is already inside you. It is alive. It is just locked behind fear, and the key to open that lock is speaking, even when you are scared." Jack looked up at her. Sarah continued, "Every fluent speaker you admire today, they were once exactly where you are standing right now. Shaking, scared, silent. The only difference between them and you is that one day they decided to speak anyway. Not because their fear went away, but because they spoke even with the fear." That night, Jack couldn't sleep. Sarah's words kept playing in his mind. "You have a fear problem, not a speaking problem. You have a fear problem, not a speaking problem." For the first time, Jack understood something clearly. His English was never broken. His courage was. The next day, Sarah asked a simple question in class. Jack's hands became cold, like always. His heart raced, like always. But this time, he raised his hand. Slowly, his voice shook as he spoke his first sentence. It wasn't perfect. He stopped in the middle. But Sarah looked straight at him and said, "Thank you, Jack. That took courage, and that's exactly how fluency starts." Nobody remembered his mistake by the next day, but Jack remembered something else. He remembered that he survived. The world didn't end. He didn't disappear. He simply spoke with mistakes and life moved on. The next day, he spoke 2 sentences, then 3. Slowly but surely, something inside him began to change. Weeks passed. Jack still made mistakes, many of them, but he no longer saw mistakes as failures. He started seeing them as proof that was trying, proof that his locked voice was slowly opening little by little. Months after, Jack stood in front of his entire college, on stage, giving a farewell speech. His voice wasn't perfect. It never became perfect, but it was clear. It was confident. It was finally his own voice out loud for everyone to hear. After his speech, Sarah came up to him, smiling, and said, "Jack, do you remember the boy who once sat down in silence, unable to say even his own name?" Jack smiled, his eyes a little wet again. He said, "Yes, ma'am, I remember him. He was scared, but he was also brave enough to keep trying." Sarah said softly, "That boy is gone now, and in his place stands someone who found his voice." Friends, I am telling you Jack's story today because so many of you write to me every single day. You tell me, "Sir, I understand English very well, but when I try to speak, nothing comes out." I want you to know something important. You are not alone. And more importantly, you don't have a speaking problem. You have a fear problem. Yes, you have a fear problem. Just like Jack, your English is already inside you. It is simply this: speaking even when you are scared, speaking even with mistakes, speaking even when your voice shakes a little. So today I want you to make Jack's decision, not a big, dramatic one, just a small one. Now let's go back into this story and shadow the most powerful motivational lines from it together. Let's go. Listen to me carefully. Repeat after me. Nobody starts perfect. Repeat. Nobody starts perfect. Speak even when you are scared. Speak even when you are scared. Speak even with mistakes. Speak even with mistakes. The word doesn't end when you make mistake. The word doesn't end when you make a mistake. You are not behind, you are just getting started. You are not behind, you are just getting started. So he stayed quiet again and again, year after year. So he stayed quiet again and again, year after year. He understood everything, he just couldn't let it out. He understood everything, he just couldn't let it out. One small decision can change everything. One small decision can change everything. Silence is not safety. Silence is the real enemy. Silence is not safety. Silence is the real enemy. Silence is not safety. Silence is the real enemy. Your courage matters more than your grammar. Your courage matters more than your grammar. Confidence can be louder than mistakes. Confidence can be louder than mistakes. Your English is already inside you. It's alive. It's ready. Your English is already inside you. It is alive. It's ready. You don't need to be fearless. You just need to speak despite the fear. You don't need to be fearless. You just need to speak despite the fear. His voice wasn't perfect, but it was clear and it was confident. His voice wasn't perfect, but it was clear and it was confident. It was finally his own voice out loud for everyone to hear. It was finally his own voice out loud for everyone to hear. Great. Jack knew English, but he would freeze. Jack knew English, but he would freeze. His thoughts were clear, but he got stuck. His thoughts were clear, but he got stuck. He thought, what if they laugh at me? He thought, what if they laugh at me? His heart raced, but nothing comes out. I felt like his voice was locked. It felt like his voice was locked. His heart raced, but nothing came out. His heart raced, but nothing came out. You have a fear problem, not a speaking problem. You have a fear problem, not a speaking problem. Fluency is speaking anyway, not a perfect accent. Fluency is speaking anyway, not a perfect accent. Great. Growth begins when you stop staying silent. Growth begins when you stop staying silent. You already have everything you need inside. Repeat. You already have everything you need inside. Speak with mistakes and life moves on. Speak with mistakes and life moves on. Your locked voice is opening little by little. Your locked voice is opening little by little. Don't wait to feel ready, just speak. Don't wait to feel ready, just speak. Speak even when your voice shakes. Speak even when your voice shakes. Your English is alive, just locked behind fear. Your English is alive, just locked behind fear. The only key is speaking when scared. The only key is speaking when scared. Nobody remembered his mistake the next day. Nobody remembered his mistake the next day. Mistakes prove that you are trying. Mistakes prove that you are trying. The fluent version of you exists today. The fluent version of you exists today. That is the end of today's practice. Look at what you just did. You didn't just listen, you spoke. You pushed past the hesitation and you proved that your voice is ready. Jack's journey is your journey. The fear will not disappear overnight, but every time you speak, the fear gets quieter and your voice gets louder. Now I have a quick challenge for you. Write your favorite line from today's video in the comment below. Let's fill the comment section with courage. Don't forget to subscribe for more practice sessions and share this video with someone who needs to hear it today. Keep speaking, keep making mistakes, and keep growing. I will see you in the next episode. Bye bye.